What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam, hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys all had a great Tuesday. Hope you guys are ready for another live 2023 fantasy football mock draft. Going to have some fun tonight. Going to talk some fantasy football as always. So, if you guys are new to the channel, very quickly, would mean a lot if you guys hit that subscribe button on the way, and we run free mock drafts all throughout the week. We'd love to have you guys join some of our mock drafts, so make sure you join our Discord down below and hit that like button. But most importantly, hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what NFL topics or fantasy topics you guys want to talk about tonight, because quite frankly, there is just about nothing to talk about after today. I mean, some stuff with the coaches' meetings and everything we could go over, but in terms of fantasy relevant news, there's really nothing here. So, nonetheless, gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk some fantasy football. Excited to be here with you guys tonight. So, looks like we've mostly got green dots. I told you guys we were kicking off on Discord, so I'll give this another like 30 seconds or so. See who's in the live chat, and then we're gonna hop into this. I mean, it looks like most of you guys are here, so let me go ahead and set the draft order. And I think most of you guys are at least in the chat if you're not active on Sleeper and everything. So there's your draft order for the night. Ooh, 1.11 for myself. So 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, 2 flex spots. And we've got 6 bench spots. No kicker, no defense. Nothing to really talk about those 2 positions at this point in the offseason. So let's just do it. Let's hop into tonight's mock. Let's get it going. Let's not waste any time. Draft has begun. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, let's see who's up in the live chat. Godfather, hello, hello. Hope you are doing fantastic. Emil, what's going on? Great to have you in the building, my dude. Hello, hello. Chase, what's up? How we doing, man? We got Chase Wellner in the building. What's up, my guy? J-Dubs, Michael, what's up, everybody? Great to see all you guys out here in the building tonight. Appreciate you guys coming out. Cats, what's up, my dude? Hello, hello, hello. What's up, my man? Hope you're doing fantastic. Walito, what's going on, man? Wasn't able to get in this one, but it's all good. Means someone else got a chance to get in. Hope you're well, man. Nice to set another mock. Nice to another mock live stream. The draft is coming up soon. Love it. Oh, nice to see. There we go. You corrected it after. I was trying to piece it together. Gonna do it right on the spot. But hey, man, super glad that you came out tonight, hanging out, and like you said, even though you did not get in the mock, glad to have you hanging out and talking some fantasy nonetheless. Jacob's Underdog big board closing this Friday. Yes, I did see your message on Discord. So, I'm not going to be able to stream Friday night anyways, but I definitely want to get another one. Maybe I'll hop into a slow draft or two. Maybe we can hop into one together as well. Maybe we could coordinate that. Taylor Gang, what's up, man? Looks like Boss Man's running a little bit late here. I'll let this wind down, and I'll hit him with the auto pick so he doesn't get timed out or anything. Yeah, I think he's just running a little bit late. What's up, Taylor Gang? What's up, Chase? Ordered pizza 15 minutes ago. I picked it up, and I got home. Let's go. Just in time. Love to hear it. All right, I'm going to try and switch it up tonight. I don't exactly know what that means. Oh. Kelsey on the board, no longer. Cass has to be a troll at 1.12. Dude, I need to start checking from now on. If you're at 1.12, we'll just, we'll randomize it again. How about that? Adam's a good pick there, man. I mean, like, JT is still sitting here. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go JT here. Why not? Bijan at the 1.1. I mean, Coast to Coast likes to switch it up. He gives us a challenge. So, yeah, Bijan's off the board there. Definitely an interesting start. I mean, C-Mac didn't go to 1.4. So, hey, like the title says, right? A fun 2023 fantasy mock. Albert, this is redraft. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Albert? How we doing, man? JT or Saquon for you. I kind of lean Saquon, but like that's total recency biasy. Like, don't you guys agree? I mean, if this was a year ago, like we'd be saying JT without a doubt. You know, Recency bias is so interesting when it comes to fantasy. It really is. JT could be a nice value this year, says Chase. 100%. 100%. I mean, let's face it, JT was just not healthy last year for majority of the season. And the Colts were also awful, but that little stretch in the middle of the season, weeks 10 through 13, we were like, oh, JT's back. Then he gets hurt against Minnesota. We're like, oh. Man, that Minnesota game was something. It really was. Gosh, forgot about that. What do you guys think was the best regular season game last year? I mean, I feel like with the Minnesota-Indianapolis game, it was like there was like nothing at stake. So, I don't know, but that game was like honestly kind of incredible to watch. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, bro. Hello, hello, hello. Cats, only say Saquon because I believe in the offense more. That's completely fair. Completely fair. I probably agree as well. What would your thoughts on JT be if Lamar went to Indy? I mean, I think his ADP would move up a little bit. I mean, we've seen JT he's gone all over the place. You know, sometimes he goes at the 1.6, 1.7. Sometimes he goes at the 2.4. Like, it just depends on who's drafted for the night. But yeah, I do think obviously that offense would be better with Lamar at quarterback, which would be good for Jonathan Taylor and his fantasy output. So it moves up, but I don't know how much it moves up for me. Because as much as I like Lamar Jackson, right, the rest of that offense is going to be questionable. Like, I mean, you got Pittman there. That's about it. I mean, and the Colts offensive line has been like kind of on a downward trend. I mean, they're not what they were a couple of years ago, you know. I mean, even 2 years ago. And they've been open to trading and releasing pieces on that offensive line. So, I don't know, man. If Lamar does go to the Colts, I don't know how much JT moves up for me. But it's definitely an intriguing question. Chat, let us know. Lamar to the Colts, what does it do for you in terms of Jonathan Taylor's fantasy output? Albert says, is the only news today Scotty Miller signing with the Falcons? I mean, that's literally like the only thing I saw. So, I mean, the Falcons, who was it was it Arthur Smith? Came out and said that Desmond Ridder, and that's the thing, right? Like, okay, so Arthur Smith says Desmond Ridder will start in 2023. But, like, Arthur Smith was being questioned about potentially going after Lamar Jackson. So, like, that snippet of a quote only holds so much merit. You know what I mean? Like, and he was basically saying, like, that the Falcons would be starting Desmond Ridder this year, and he was only going to be talking about players on the Falcons. So, who knows? Who knows? But at the moment, that's the word we've got, that Desmond Ridder starter for the Falcons. So you kind of had that as like a news piece. And then, yeah, Scotty Miller's going to the Falcons as well. So staying on point with the Falcons. So I do think it's an okay signing in terms of a football move. But, I mean, I don't really have a lot of... Outside of Algier and Drake London, Kyle Pitts, those are actually, I mean, 3 skill players. I actually think Matt Collins could fill in nicely as a wide receiver too there, but I don't know. Scotty Miller, a good slot receiver, but he also, you know, was most relevant when Brady was throwing him the football, you know. All right, let's see. Looks like we lost Boss Man, so we've got a bot. If you guys are listening in, and you guys are on Sleeper, I should be able to invite you through the app. So if someone wants to take over Team 8, let me know. All right, let's see. I need a receiver. I need one badly. I mean, I gotta go DJ Moore. If Cats hadn't take... wow, what am I saying? If Cats hadn't took Adams at 2.1, that would have been my move for sure. All right, there goes Hurts. Let me just see who's available. I think I got to go receiver here. You guys know who I'm taking. He's not going to be back at the 5.11. Unless Cats takes him. It's Cooper. Okay, thank you. Wow. Completely against ADP, but I'm taking Kirk off the board. I don't care. I don't care. At me. All right, let's see. Crazy that JT missed no games or practice from high school through last year. 100%. 100%. Buffalo Minnesota game was wild. That probably was the best game of the year. You know what game I really liked last year? Week 1. Was it Monday night? It was the last primetime game of week 1, but Broncos at Seahawks. Seahawks, Geno Smith. You know, that game was just fun. Okay, Geno proving the haters wrong. Pete Carroll proving the haters wrong. I don't know why that game comes to mind for me, but that was a fun game. Packers losing to the Lions. Final game of the season was the best game of the year. Go Hawks. That was actually, like, it was sad that the Lions were eliminated, right, from playoff contention. Let me try and invite one of you guys to week 8. Or to spot 8 there. I'm sorry. There's a way I can do this. I have to do it on the app, though. Hold on. There's a way I can do it. Yeah, super sad that, like, the Lions ended up not really playing for anything. How can I do this? Hold on a second here. I might have to pause the draft, so I'll wait. Well, that's probably going to ruin. See if you guys can. Because when I go to draft settings and then click Team 8, it says no users to add. But I know there's a way I can add users, but I might have to pause the draft. So, Emil, just hold on for a minute here. What's up, Boxing the Jack? How you doing, man? Hello. I was kind of rooting for the Packers in that game, though. I'm not going to lie. But I wasn't mad that Seattle got in, for sure. I wasn't really upset with either team getting in, for sure. Doug, should I work for a company that doesn't offer 401k? I mean, do they offer any retirement plan at all? It depends, Doug. It's a loaded question. Cats report that Brown's looking to air it out more. Has me taking Amari a lot. Yeah, I don't dislike Amari at his current value. Beginning of the 4th, somewhere in the 4th round. I think that's fine. But who knows, man? I would take reports like that very lightly at this point in the offseason. Chase Lamar to Detroit. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, you know, it's another night of the end of March, the offseason. Where do you guys think Lamar Jackson's going? Let's have the discussion. All right, I'm going to try and pause the draft here very quickly and add Emil in. So I've started to hear rumors that the Buccaneers could be a potential landing spot. All right. Oh my gosh, someone. Oh wait, I'm wrong. I can't add people in. I can remove people, but I can't add people. That's what it is. It is kind of like ridiculous. I can't add someone in though. I'm sorry, guys. I had it backwards. That's my bad. All right, let's go Swifty. Let's take the upside, baby. Let's do it. Ooh, I don't know where I want to go with this next pick, though. Ooh, there's like 3 players that I think make sense for this roster. Pop, lock, and drop it, baby. Let's do it. Give me Lockett. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emil. Or Walito. Everyone else you want to take the spot. I'm an idiot. You can manually pick for teammate. That's a good point. It's a good point. Okay, I'm manually picking here. Oh, no, I'm not. See, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't let me take it off. We got a bot. We'll just leave it. I'm sorry, guys. I was looking at the Panthers roster. I forgot how they drafted Matt Corral last year. 100%. Sad he'll never get a chance there, yeah. I mean, he could fit into a backup quarterback spot nicely, though. So he's got that. You know, Taylor Heineke kind of put it best when he said the best job in the United States is being a backup quarterback. So he can prove himself. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I agree. Sad that he's not going to get a real shot being a quarterback, but it's still a good gig, right? Doug, unfortunately, no. Thinking about not taking the new job. I mean, obviously the benefit there is that your the potential company, they do offer 401k is going to match to some degree whatever you put in. So it's not the end of the world, depending on. But like I said, loaded question. Depends on what are the other benefits of potentially taking the new job, pros and cons compared to your last job. You know. Oh, you're right. I can turn off. By the time I figured this out, okay, I turned off auto pick. Taylor, unfortunately, you have to either pick before it's 8's turn to pause, or pause, move the auto pick and turn it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, so turn it off. We'll see if that helps. Try to make some of the ADP a little bit more realistic, and he also has, oh my gosh, all running back. So I'm just gonna pick like random receivers for that team, and I don't know. I'll just even it out a little bit. So yeah. Yep. Zach Charbonnet going at 6.10. So, guys, I really, really have liked Zach Charbonnet all offseason long. But, oh my gosh, we lost Team 10. Who was Team 10? I can't emphasize enough how much I like Zach Charbonnet. I just think as we get closer and closer to the time we're actually drafting for the season, as well as once we know where Zach Charbonnet is drafted to, I do think his draft capital is going to move up very, very quickly. We'll see what happens, though. But, yeah, I just, huge fan, man. But it's close. I think that him and Gibbs, depending on where they go, it's going to be very, very close. Yeah, I can't believe we lost, 2 people tonight, but it's all good. All good. Things happen. All right, so I'm going to try and pick for these teams, but try and keep it a little, I don't know, nothing too crazy here. All right, so Team 8 needs a receiver coming up here. Team 10 going to need some running backs and tight ends, so let's give Mike Evans out. The GOAT. And then Team 10 is going to be in need of a running back, but Taylor's going to pick here. He goes Hollywood, a good player there. So let's give let's take Javonte off the board. Oh, and then I'm on the board. I'm going to take Pacheco off the board. I don't know. It's so crazy because Javonte was going like so much earlier in mock drafts, like just a month ago. But I mean, obviously the reports coming out that he's not going to be ready for the season is, I mean, it's pretty big, right? But I still think, you know, even when that report initially came out, he was still going like decently high in mock drafts, all things considered. All right, there's 2 players I really like right here. I'm going to go A.J. Dillon, but it's very close. Very close. Almost went Brandon Ayuk. Oh, I'm back on the board with Team 10. So, let's see. Should we take another running back here? Let's do it. Let's give him Kamara. We'll have to even that out a little bit with the tight end. This is hard. I'm like drafting 3 teams right now. But I'm just... I know. Teammate's going to be easy. We're going to give him a receiver. Yeah. Apologize, guys. We lost two players tonight. Is what it is. Rashad White, a good pick there. All right, let's see. Best receiver on the board. Cortland Sutton. Let's give him Juju. I just want to try and keep it somewhat realistic here. Nick, next draft, let's do where you have to draft a player from a team. Then the next player has the same team. Ooh. That'd be interesting. So you're saying to draft a player from a team, next player has to draft a player from... So, like, someone picks Christian McCaffrey number 1, like you'd have to pick Debo number 2? Is that what you mean? Raiders just signed DeAndre Carter. That's a good pickup for him. I mean, it is. I've been waiting for DeAndre Carter to sign because at the beginning of the offseason, I thought for some reason he was back with the Chargers, and I have some Underdog shares of him in best ball draft. So let's go, baby. That's great news, Albert. Why do people join mocks? They're going to leave. It just happens, man. It just happens. Is what it is. Cat sniped by teammate. Uh-oh. Evans? My bad. Thomas, just recently left my job of 16 years, loved it, family owned, and would do anything for me, but didn't have 401k at my new job for 9 months with 401k. Feels like I wasted 16 years, but it's okay. Still kind of young. Yeah. Right, there's always pros and benefits when you're weighing things like 401k, any retirement plans, that is, health benefits, no health benefits, flexibility with your schedule, work-life balance. I mean, it's hard to get everything in one package, right? Unfortunately, I mean, it really shouldn't be that way, but there's a little bit of perspective in the chat for you, Doug. For example, if I pick Barkley, my next pick would be Jones. Next pick, I pick Brees. Next pick would be Garrett Wilson. It'd be interesting. Might be a good experiment for off-air mock, for sure. Box. Just happy to be here. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go. How did I get Ayuk in the 8th? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know why he kept sliding. Like I said, I was going to take him at 8.2, but with Swifty, I just felt like I wanted to go with a little bit more RB depth before they get completely wiped out. When I'm looking at receivers, like even though this not necessarily a studly receiver team, although I like DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, and Tyler Lockett, there's at least going to be some wide receiver value in late rounds. You know what I mean? Taylor, how did I know Ingram was going to make it back to me? Yeah, I mean, I would consider Ingram even with Kelsey on my team at this point. Just kidding. I probably wouldn't in redraft. But all right, so we need to add another receiver to team 8. Let's give him can't guard Mike. Mike Evans, Juju, Michael Thomas. What a squad. All right, so team 10 needs a tight end. Oh. In my opinion, best tight end on the board. All right, I'm going to go Alan Lazard here. I'm kind of surprised Lazard fell that far. Am I the only person who likes Lazard? Is that what happened? Pray, what's good, my dude? Hello, hello. How you doing, man? Michael, love my squad. Waddle, Godwin, Ayuk, Prescott, Hawkinson, Walker, Stevenson, Monty, Pierce. Good value for sure. Yeah. I'm not against it. Okay, I have no idea where I want to go with this next pick. Just kidding. I'm taking Kenneth Gainwell. Let's do it. All right, so I'm just going to finish out this team. Oh, my gosh. I forgot. I just got... I mean, I'm okay right now, but I forgot I was going late round quarterback. That's part of my strat, so I don't have a QB. But yeah, I just need to add some receiver depth and probably have to draft 2 quarterbacks. But other than that, I'm pretty okay with this team. I don't know. Ayuk or A.J. Dillon in the 8th. That was my big dilemma for the night. Oh, I totally forgot. All right, let's see who Team 10 gets. They could really pick anything at this point. Okay, I think I have to actually set a player. So, I don't know. Let's give them Mooney. They got Komet. Let's give them Mooney too. There we go. I can't believe we lost 2 drafters tonight. I don't think that's ever happened. Tajay Spears off the board. Our teammate needs anything but a running back. Literally. So, let's give him Adam Thielen. No, I feel like they need some youth. Let's give him Elijah Moore. That works. Michael wanted to take Lazard over Dak. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised. I mean, like I said, I know I have a love affair with Alan Lazard, but I didn't think he'd fall back to 9.11, which is part of the reason why I almost went Ayuk over Dillon. Outside of the fact that Ayuk at 8.2 is just a really good value. Paul, like Taylor in the 2nd, 100%. Yeah, hard for me to pass him up right there. I thought about it. A lot of players that I like in that area. A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Even some backs you could somewhat make an argument for more upside. I mean, Jacobs is there. Breece Hall is there, of course. Henry was still there. Could have gotten quarterback, but yeah, I like JT right there at 2.2. Doug's, I appreciate the feedback. Think by what everyone's saying. It's probably to stay for the 401k. Yeah, like I said, just depends on the other pros and cons, right? I mean, if you're going to be making more money, for example, you can run your own 401k, but it's just not going to get matched on a yearly basis by your employer, obviously. So, yeah, it's definitely tough calls. Thomas, I think this might be the year A.J. Dillon takes over. I hope so. I thought it was going to be last year. A.J. Dillon was like my boy off season. And then his ADP really crept up. And before I knew it, there's no way I was landing him in any mock drafts. So, let's see. Paul, I like Gainwell's upside this year. 100% I agree. I like Penny too, but right now Gainwell is my boy. He has been all off season, so we'll see what happens. But I absolutely agree with you, my dude. J-Dub's receiver room is stupid. It usually is. CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Christian Watson, JSN. Yeah. That's been kind of his strategy as of late. Late round quarterback, late round tight end, load up at running backs that give you a shot, right? Usually it's like 4 receivers off the board, so 5 off the board is interesting. All right, I'm still picking receivers for this team. Let's give him DPJ. Let's give him both of Cleveland's receivers. I mean, I guess at this point we could add another running back, but that team definitely needed receiver help. All right, this team is needing a running back, so let's give them Kareem Hunt. Oh, I'm on the board. Okay. Who do I want to draft? Kyler Murray, baby. Take me to the promised land. I might miss you part of the year, but that's okay. It's going to be okay. I believe in you, Kyler. If you're out there listening, I'm going to add 2 a time. Look at that. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. All right. Team 10 could really use anything at this point. Let's give him Tyler Boyd. Team 10 actually turned out okay. Team 8 is weird. Let's give him Zach Evans. Get him a rookie running back with Zeke, Mixon, Eckler hanging around. Najee pretty young though. These generic teams keep sniping me. I mean, that's partly my bad, so I'm sorry. Paul, I'm big on Jameson Williams this year. I think he's going to be a league winner. I hope so, man. 100% hope so. I mean, I do think he's worth the risk, so to speak, where he's going in mock drafts right now. He went at 6.12 tonight, so I do think he's worth the risk. Don't get me wrong. The upside is definitely there, but I have all the belief in the world in Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I also definitely believe that the Lions are going to take another step forward offensively. Said the same thing all of last offseason, so I don't know how much more of a step forward they're going to take after this coming year, but I agree. I like J-Mo for the upside, but I do think you have to understand that there's still a little bit of risk associated with the pick. I mean, he barely played last year, but was an absolute animal in college, so yeah. Well, I didn't get a QB until the end. Got Kyler and Watson last 2 rounds. I was happy with that. Yeah, I don't know. By the time... I'm kind of torn, right? Because by the time we're actually conducting, these mock drafts are still serious, but, when it's June, and things are heating up out there, right? People are pouring in the streams, and we're really chatting it up, right? Really thinking hard about this year. Right now, looking ahead, I'm a little bit torn because when you look at last year, the landscape of the quarterback position in fantasy was pretty tough. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are good quarterbacks who came up on the waiver wire last year, for sure. Daniel Jones, Goff, Justin Fields, obviously, T-Law. I mean, there are options out there throughout the season, right? Geno Smith, of course, as well, right? But the difference between the top 5 quarterbacks, top 6 quarterbacks, and everyone else, especially after Kyler went down, was just stupid. The point differential was crazy. So, I don't know. I generally speaking, go for a late round quarterback build in redraft formats. But I'm going to have to continue to keep playing with the idea of drafting a quarterback a little bit early. I know I didn't do that tonight, but all right, let's set a player here. Let's just take Singletary off the board. Let's get some more running back depth on the squad. I don't really care what happens with either of these teams. Team 10 turned out okay. I mean, receivers aren't bad. I mean, you got Fields and Kmet, which is fun. Team 10 is actually pretty good, all things considered. I mean, running back's a little sketchy, though. But I guess if there's one position going to be sketchy at, it's probably running back. And I guess we'll go ahead and add another running back with this next pick, too. Oh, no. Oh, no, Taylor. I'm going to give you the auto pick. I don't know what happened. You got Chig. It's so weird when the auto picks are off. All right, so Team 10, we said we were going running back here. So let's go Condre Miller. Let's get him a rookie. All right, what do I need on my team? I need a receiver. I need a receiver. Give me a Giants receiver. Let's go Robinson for the sake of tonight. And I probably need to go with another receiver at 14.2, right? That put me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually really like this running back room. Taylor, Swift, Pacheco, Dylan Gainwell. I'd be okay with that. I like this team tonight. Receiver doesn't have a ton of upside, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But I would ride with this team at this point in the offseason. Why not? All right, looking at receivers. I mean, we got still some good rookie receivers out there. We got Hodgins, but we just picked Robinson, so we're not going to go that route. Rashid Shaheed, Rondell Moore, Alec Pierce, Curtis Samuel. Like, there are options here. There goes John Mechie. But purely because I drafted Kyler Murray, I'm just going to go Rondell Moore here. Not that a stack holds an insane amount of value. I'm just going to go auto picks for Team 10 and Team 8 here. Of course it gives him Brady. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Let me try and get caught up here. Coast to Coast likes J-Dubs' team tonight. John, your QB room is scary in terms of health. 100%, man. That's how we like it. Yeah, I almost went Goff over Tua, but I do feel like I've got the upside at quarterback. And if they fail, grab someone off the waivers. Let's see. How do you guys feel about Irv Smith as a tight end 2? Risky. Behind Hawkinson, I'm okay with. I just feel like year after year there's always a tight end with injury history who gets signed, and we feel like it's going to be something big, then it just isn't, you know? So, I mean, Irv Smith, since 2020, has only played 21 games. So, I got to see it. I mean, is it worth the pick at the end of your draft? Sure, but I just got to see it. You know what I mean? Could I claim Team 10 instead of mine for review? Sure. All right, let me know if you guys want me to take a look at your squad. Let's do it, guys. I don't know what it is, man. Last night I was super tired, just out of it. Tonight I feel the same way, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry we lost 2 drafters, but thank you guys for drafting tonight, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, my homies and Rodgers are good there. Schultz and Nkonkwo. I think you're good there, all things considered. I think Nkonkwo balances out Schultz if he is a stinker with the Texans. Gives you at least a little bit of upside, right? Tyreek Hill, Ridley, Pittman, Brown, Hyatt, Shaheed. Pretty good receiver room. I mean, especially if Ridley and Pittman are able to step up. Hyatt, I think, is a good upside pick. I think Shaheed's a great last-round pick as well. Henry, Gibbs, White, Spears. I mean, a little shaky at running back if those rookies don't. I mean, Gibbs, I think will be fine. Spears, you got to see where he lands. I mean, you're okay here. It's a redraft. There's trades, right? But you're leading on Rashad White and Henry, which, like, isn't that bad. So, I mean, just depth, right? Especially if the rookies don't get going right away is all. So, starting Mahomes, Schultz, Hill, Ridley, Henry, White, flexing Pittman, and Hollywood. Leaves you with Gibbs, Spears, Hyatt, Rodgers, and Nkonkwo, Shaheed. Yeah, good team. Well balanced. I like the squad tonight. How do you feel about it, man? J-Dubs, the crazy squad tonight. All right. We got Danny Dimes and Richardson. I like that. Pitts and Knox. I'm good at that. Lamb, Wilson, Olave, Watson, JSN. Come on, man. It's crazy. Dobbins, Herbert, Madison, Tucker, and Hole. I mean, it's an interesting strat. Would you personally feel comfortable with this running back room going to the next year? I guess is my question. Plus, I think the bigger concern long-term for the offseason is that some of these running backs' ADPs are going to move up slightly, so I don't know if this is a realistic build down the stretch. At the moment, it is a fun build and a good build, I think. But, yeah, you know, the draft is going to shape, like, some of these backfields a little bit more, right? Does Chicago add someone else outside of Foreman? Who knows what the Ravens are going to be, right? Then Madison, right? Is Cook going to get traded? Do they draft another running back? I mean, some questions there. Then where do Tucker and Hull land? So, I don't know. A couple questions for those guys, but I'm just thinking outside the box here, you know. Ultimately, starting Dimes, Pitts, Lamb and Wilson, Dobbins, and let's say Herbert. Flexing Olave and Watson. I mean, JSN is on your bench for crying out loud. Then Madison, Tucker, Hull, Richardson, Knox. So, like, you have depth here. Your receivers are obviously fine. It's a good team. It's a good team. I was just trying to dissect it a little bit. But, yeah, I like it, man. How do you feel about it? Like I said, how do you feel about those running backs going into next year? Cats, what we do tonight, my dude. Hurts at quarterback, say no more. And Njoku and Hurst, good values there. Good values. I was worried after I picked Komet for Team 10 that you may have wanted him when I saw you're like the only team with no tight end. But Njoku's a good value, and I think Hurst is as well. Excuse me. Barkley, Akers, Sanders, and Johnson. I mean, pretty good running back value throughout the draft. Adams, Cooper, Deontay, Quentin Johnston, Sutton, Shark, Mechie. Yeah, I'm okay with that in redraft. You know, not crazy about Sutton, but 10th round is pretty good value, I guess, if he does. I mean, honestly, like, was Sutton great last year? No. He kind of fell off of his ceiling at the end of the season, and his ceiling was like no more than 13 or 14 points, but for a majority of the year, he got you double digits in full PPR, that is, you know. I mean, weeks 1, yeah, and he had a fall off in the middle of the season, but pretty consistent here. Silver lining. And then he did bounce back a bit, and he was banged up. And I mean, honestly, the end of the season wasn't that bad. This is what I was thinking of. It's more mid-season. Outside of being hurt. Don't get me wrong. No ceiling with the guy. But Sean Payton-led offense. 10th round. Might be worth it. So we're starting Hurts and Njoku. Barkley, Akers, Sanders, Cooper, flexing Miles Sanders, flexing Deontay Johnson, and hopefully starting Quentin Johnston at some point. Or maybe Cortland Sutton the flex if you want 10 points, right? How do you feel about the team, man? All right, Chase, what we do, man? Cousins and Dangerous. Talk about some late round quarterbacks. I don't mind it in a redraft. Ceiling's not high, but allowed you to get value at other positions, right? Goddard in the 7th. Beautiful. C-Mac, Jones, Fournette, Mitchell, Mostert. You got to get some of those late round guys to hit, but at least you have C-Mac and Jones to, lean on, right? Receivers are very nice, though. Higgins, Metcalf, Debo, Pickens, Cooks, Bodie. Yeah. Great receiver room. Best part of this team. Tight end room's good, too, right? All right, we're starting Cousins, starting Goddard, C-Mac and Jones, Higgins and Metcalf, flexing Debo and Pickens. Leaves you with Cooks, Fournette, Mitchell, Dangerous, Mostert, Bodie. I like the team, actually. Yeah. Fournette goes to a contender, gets goal line work. Could score some touchdowns this year. Mitchell, still a good handcuff, right? And handcuff that's going to get touches. And I actually think that Mostert and Jeff Wilson at the end of drafts and redraft are fine right now. Michael, we got Prescott and Goff. Beautiful late round room there. Hawkinson and Smith, I'm good with. Walker, Stevenson, Monty, Pierce, Gibson, very good running back room, very good value there. Waddle, Godwin, Ayuk, Myers, Osborne. A little light at receiver in terms of depth, but like Ayuk in the 8th, Godwin in the 6th. Beautiful. Myers and Osborne are good where you got him, and then, led by Waddle. So, starting Prescott and Hawkinson, Walker and Stevenson, Waddle and Godwin. Flexing Monty and Ayuk or Monty and Pierce. You got options, right? And you see what happens with Myers, Gibson, Osborne, and Smith. And then you got Goff behind Prescott, which is probably smart looking at Prescott's injury history. So, I like that team. Box in the Jack. Lamar and Mandrews, baby. And Dolchich. Okay. I'm still a little queasy about drafting Lamar at the moment, but we'll have an answer come summertime, hopefully, right? JJ, Keenan Allen, Dotson, Davis, Thielen, Hardman. Pretty good receiver value here. Jacobs, Chubb, Jamal Williams, Harris, and Bigsby. Redraft, I'm okay with that running back room. Starting Lamar. Got no one else. Starting Andrews, JJ and Allen, Jacobs and Chubb, flexing Dotson and Jamal Williams. Gonna leave you with Gabe Davis, Damon Harris, Thielen, Bigsby, and Hardman and Dulcich. So yeah, I'm okay with this, but Lamar's got to play. Core roster looks really good if Lamar is good to go and everything. Coast to coast with Bijan at the 1.1. All right, so we got Watson and Geno, Freiermuth and Darnell Washington. I'm okay with that. Bijan at the 1.1. Pollard, Etienne, Cook, McLaurin, Judy, J-Mo, Tony, Bateman, Beckham. I mean, you have an incredible amount of upside at receiver, but also a lot of risk. But that's okay. We're starting Geno, Freiermuth, Bijan, and well, let's say you're starting Pollard and Etienne, McLaurin and Judy, flexing Bijan and J-Mo. That leaves you with Tony, Bateman, Cook, Watson, Beckham, and Darnell Wash. I mean, a very interesting build. We have not seen Bijan go to 1.1 at all, even in our Dynasty mocks, right? But obviously we're doing super flex. But I actually like this team. A lot of risk at receiver, but oh my, I mean, if it pays off, I mean, I don't know. I actually think that's kind of an interesting squad, man. All right, Taylor gang, Burrow, say no more. Waller and Higbee, fine. Diggs, St. Brown, Devonta Smith, Drake London, Flowers, whoo. Running backs, Connor, Algier, Penny, Pirine, Acting, Warren. Pretty good running backs, too. I like this squad if Waller works out. I don't particularly trust him, but yeah, I like this team. Burrow, Waller, Diggs, St. Brown, Connor, Algier, Devonta Smith, Drake London. That core roster is very nice. On the bench, you got Penny, Pirine, Flowers, Acting, Higbee, Warren. I like that team. Might be my favorite team of the night. Be Like Chunk's team is still really intriguing to me. But yeah, I think this is your first, 9 or 10 picks. Honestly, this whole draft was really good for you, man. I'm not crazy about Higbee going in next year, unless we know staph infection's a guy. I would rather have Dulcich there. Warren, I think, is okay where you got him, but that's about it. I mean, if you like Higbee, so be it, you know? Let's see. Klondike. Kind of a weird draft tonight, he says. Let's see. We got Herbie and T-Law. I didn't even notice that happen. Ingram and Mayer. I mean, quarterbacks, tight ends look good to me. Chase, Burks, Addison, Moore, Jones. Yeah, wide receivers a little sketchy. Hall, Cook, Charbonnet, Foreman, and the one I could never pronounce out of Pittsburgh. Running backs look okay. I would not have gone Herbert and Lawrence. I would have gone with another receiver here. That's really the only thing. Let's say you don't go Herbert here. And I mean, I don't know. Even if you go Judy or Mike Williams there, or JSN even, you know. Yeah. I'd be good at that. Even if it's McLaurin or Allen, I guess. But ultimately, you're starting... I mean, you have your pick. T-Law or Herbie. Ingram. Hall and Cook. Chase. Your wide receiver 2 is a little bit questionable. Can you trust Burks right out the gate with that Tennessee offense? I don't know. Addison could be nice. Zay Jones is... You can't say Jones... Why did Zay Jones fall to the 13th? Because I didn't draft him? Jeez. Great value there. So, realistically, Zay Jones, your wide receiver 2 to start the year, in my opinion. And then you're flexing Charbonnet and maybe Foreman. Potentially Addison or Burks. Am I being too harsh on Burks? He scares the bejeebies out of me. This stretch was nice. The rest of the year, outside of week 17, I guess, is really sketchy. And it's not... We've talked about this before. It's not Burks who I don't trust. It's Tennessee's offense, man. I don't trust that passing game. But yeah, I mean, if you're starting Lawrence, Chase, Jones, is a great value in my opinion. Hall, Cook, Ingram. He's got to figure out those 2 flex spots. So interesting build. Kyrie, what's going on, my dude? Good to see you. What's up, man? How you been? Where you been at, bro? Just the one mock for tonight. But guys have been throwing together a ton of mocks on Discord. So if those of you interested in mocking, I know there's like, I feel like you guys ran like 5 mocks today. So stay posted on there, man. Let's see. I'm going to try and catch up here. Paul says, I'm a Titans fan. You can't trust Burks in our offense, but he's super talented. So he could break out. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind Burks in the 7th round. But I don't want to rely on him, right? Couldn't afford to hold on to Kenneth due to ETN being restricted until James Robinson fell off. Oh, sorry. I should have read the prior comments. Talking about the Catch family. Catch, A.J. Brown did well in that offense. Obviously, he's not A.J. Brown. It's possible to produce. That's true. Maybe it's not the right wording. I don't trust the quarterback position. I don't trust Tannehill anymore. And I don't think Malik Willis is the answer. So, I'm just not very bullish on that offense. Especially, like, if Henry's gone, the run game's gone. I mean, they can have a run game without Henry, don't get me wrong. But it's not going to be the same, right? I don't know. I just don't feel good about the Titans. That's all. All right, what in the world did I do tonight? This team was interesting, man. I actually kind of like my little team tonight, man. We got Kyler and Tua time. Let's go. I don't care about the injury bugs. We got the upside, baby. We'll find the Jared Goff, Daniel Jones of this year if we need to. I'm happy with that, man. Kelsey, say no more. Come on. JT Swift, Pacheco, Dylan Gainwell. Whew. I mean, in a redraft format, I really like that running back room. I mean, even a dynasty format, I don't really dislike that running back room either. DJ Moore, Kirk, Lockett, Lazard, Randall Robinson, Rondo Moore. I mean, we're missing like that. You know, by the time I picked DJ Moore, I mean, Christian Watson and Debo were there. Right? Like, I could have gone... and when I picked DJ Moore, it's close to going Debo, but I just have trust issues with Debo. That's all. Christian Watson's an interesting pick there, too. But I really feel like, I mean, Scary Terry, Keenan Allen, a tier a little bit lower. I like Kirk more than Ridley right now. You guys know that. But that's a close call, too. Yeah, I really like, I mean, wide receiver, especially thanks to Taylor Gang and J-Dubs. And I think that was Boss Man at Team 10. Wide receivers just really got ate up towards the beginning. So, yeah, I'm just missing like that, I don't know, that stud receiver I can trust. But I don't dislike DJ Moore, Kirk, Lockett, and Lazard. I mean, you guys know that. Those are like some of my most drafted players. But, you know, I don't have an Adams. Don't have a A.J. Brown. I don't have a year 2 player like Wilson or Olave. I don't have a Metcalf, Devonta Smith. So, I don't know. Just missing a little smidge of spice. Bryce Young will be your starter by week 3, potentially. Debo's nice wide receiver 3 or 2. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't mind Debo. Wide receiver 2 or 3 at all. And I still could have gone with him over Kirk. But I feel okay. I mean, I don't know. The upside from this team is coming from quarterback and tight end. And I think that these running backs would work out too. And I do think that DJ Moore holds a little bit of upside going into next year. I do. Is he going to have like an A.J. Brown type transition? Probably not. But I do believe in DJ Moore taking a step forward. So I actually like this team. I do. And tonight was a little bit crazy. So let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, good value on Kelsey for sure, J-Dub. Like I said, I wanted to switch it up in the first and in the second for that matter, and I definitely did tonight. Not players I've really got to draft so far this offseason, but they both kind of fell out, so let's go. I get we're worried about Arizona's offense, but Hollywood in the 7th is kind of wild to me. I mean, I'm not that worried about their offense personally. Their offense is not going to be great. But from a pure fantasy perspective, they had what no one talks about last year is that Arizona was the most injured team in the league, and they had the most injuries to the offensive line out of any team in the league, if I'm not mistaken. I love Hollywood. I do. And the 7th round is great value. I agree, for sure. The issue is that he's not going to start the year incredibly hot. But once Kyler's back, he's going to be just fine, in my opinion, for sure. We barely saw Hollywood and Hopkins on the same field. Did we ever see Hopkins, Hollywood, and Kyler on the same field? I don't even remember. Is Zach Ertz going to be back? I mean, Hopkins is gone, right? Rondale Moore's going to have to step up. Greg Dortch is still there. Don't get me wrong. Connor's still there. Offense not going to be great, but I do think that they'll be okay. From a fantasy perspective, okay. You know, they're going to have struggles, but they'll be okay. That's my point, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the night. So, sorry, guys. Vibes weren't great tonight or last night. I've been super busy this week, and we're going out of town this weekend. I'm just like, I've taken on some extra work at work. I just have a lot going on, so I apologize, guys, but still had fun with you guys. I always have fun with you guys. Love talking fantasy with you guys. Love talking football with you guys. Love mocking with you guys. So, content-wise, things are going to start ramping up next month. We've taken a little bit of a break from, which is crazy because we're still putting out a good amount of content, streaming a ton, but yeah, shorts, content on Instagram, uploads. Been a minute since I've done an upload. Things are going to ramp up a little bit, so I'm excited for that, guys. But yeah, I'm going out of town Friday. There'll be no streams Friday through at least Monday, maybe through Tuesday. So I'm grinding it out this week for sure. Appreciate you, Coast to Coast. Appreciate you, Taylor. Appreciate you, Boxing the Jack. Appreciate you, J-Dub's Best Ball Mania opening up. We're going to top into some of those as soon as we can, man. Can't wait. All right, guys, hit that like button on the way out. Check out the links down below. You know what to do, man. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord. Post your teams on Discord for a community review. Hit that subscribe button if you tuned in, you're new. That's going to do it, man. So, appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for those of you who stopped by tonight, spent part of your night here at the channel. Thank you guys if you drafted with me tonight. Sorry we lost 2 tonight. It happens. It's okay. We run dozens mock drafts. It happens. So we have plenty of good, full, competitive mock drafts out there for you guys. Anyways, love you guys, man. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. Hit me up if you guys need anything. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. With that, I will say, thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch.